We pronounce it Philippe, but yeah, honestly heard it all. All the commentators say it differently. There's certainly been some good ones. Born and raised in Perth, Western Australia. Got a twin sister. Yeah, grew up, in a very competitive household. Mum and dad both played cricket. My sister's also an athlete. She does athletics and stuff, so very competitive household. And with mum and dad playing cricket, I never really had a chance. I was always going to go down that path, I felt. But I think from whenever I was little, always had a battle ball in hand and pretty much went through the whole journey of, in Australia we have like Milo, sort of have a go cricket, and then up into sort of some underage stuff and then from there. So, I always loved it and always, the dream was to try to play for Australia one day. Yeah, I think Dad always convinced me that, he thinks I should keep, and also when you're the smallest person on the team, you always get that role anyway. But Dad always thought that, it's great to have two strings to your bow, and I couldn't bowl very well, so I went down the wicket-keeping path and love it now, and yeah, I guess get that opportunity as well for the Sixers to keep, and that was big as well. I have to give so much credit to my dad. When I was from probably 10 onwards, we'd go to the nets a couple times a week, and we would always practice the sweep shot, and we'd practice hitting the ball all around the wicket. It's just, especially in today's game, it's such an important aspect, and especially in T20, you got to almost create the gaps and find different places to hit the ball. So Dad, from a young age used to throw me so many balls, and I used to hate sweeping, but he used to keep trying to get me to learn it and play it well, because he saw the value of it. And I guess now it's one of probably my most confident shots against spinners, and I can play the normal and reverse, and I feel very comfortable playing it, and I have to give so much credit to him for that. So there was a tour game against England where they pretty much put their full test side out. So like Jimmy Anderson, Stuart Broad, Chris Wokes. I think there must have been a 4-day game for WA on at the time. So pretty much they picked a team of young players and guys, not a part of the WA stuff. So I got an opportunity there and opened the batting and made 88, and then all of a sudden I feel like from that point on it's been a bit of a roller coaster ride from there, and sort of, yeah, that was definitely the start of it. It came to a point where I wasn't actually offered a contract with the Perth Scorchers, the WA Big Bash franchise, and I got offered a contract with Sydney, which initially I turned down, and then they pretty much came back with another contract and said, we want you to keep and you'll play every game, and then that's when Smithy rang me and said you'd be silly not to take this opportunity. So yeah, I mean it was a tough transition. I always wanted to be based in WA and always play for WA, but sometimes the situation doesn't allow that, and I went to the Sixers and loved it, and I still do, and we've won a trophy now, and I've really enjoyed my time there, and hopefully can be there for a while. It's awesome. I feel like we got such a great group of guys there, and we got a great coach as well in Greg Shippert, who's been around a while. And yeah, just the environment we have there is just amazing, and I just feel like I enjoy playing my cricket there so much, and win, lose or draw, or whether I make runs or not, just the environment we have is so good. And the back end of last season we were lucky enough to get Smithy back in, Josh Hazlewood, Nathan Lyon, which certainly helped push our case to win that final. But they're great guys as well, and they just fitted in perfectly, and it's just so much fun. That's all I can say. It's funny because I feel like I do it in a slightly different way again. I know it looks a little bit similar, but I still feel like it's a bit different again. But I certainly do see why I get compared to him a lot. Look, what can you do? It's I guess it's not the worst thing to get compared to one of the best players in the world right now. But yeah, I don't read into it too much. I just try, you know, do what I do best. And you know, I guess because I move across the crease and stuff, I certainly do look at what he does, because he's the best in the world at it. I do look at what he does and try, you know, bring some of that into my game as well. He's just so eager to be the man every game. You know, he wants to be there at the end. He wants to win the game. He wants to, you know, take it deep. So for me, he's just, you know, he's so ruthless. Whenever he gets an opportunity to make runs and to win a game, he'll want to do it off his own back. And that's probably the biggest thing I took from him. He just, you know, he never gives his wicket away. He just tries to be there at the end every time. So that was probably the biggest. It's an amazing feeling, like, you know, it's a dream come true, honestly, and to be around, you know, the guys we have here, like Virat and AB, is just unbelievable. And you know, they've been amazing as well, and I've really enjoyed spending some time with them. Bits and pieces, like haven't talked, you know, in depth about it, but you know, AB, just back yourself and, you know, relax, and I guess just, you know, makes me feel pretty comfortable in terms of saying, like, you know, you don't need to prove anything to anyone. Just go out there and play your style and just trust yourself. So, you know, that's a nice message, because obviously, you know, I want to go there and I want to impress, and you know, I want to make runs and I want to win games. For, you know, I guess the best way to do that is to just, you know, stay calm, relax, and just try to do it my way, I guess. It's a great feeling. I feel like I'm hitting the ball nicely, and you know, I feel like I'm really ready to go. And I feel like I showed last year in the Big Bash that, you know, when the pressure's on in the finals, that, you know, I can stand up and you know, I can contribute and potentially win some games. So, you know, it's really nice to be backed in, and you know, I feel ready to go, and you know, I feel like I've got a full backing from the rest of the team as well, which is nice. Bits and pieces. I've had the luxury, I guess, to sit with him numerous occasions at breakfast and just talk about, you know, just normal stuff. You know, it's been nice to, I guess, you know, see that he's just a normal person like everyone else. You know, like what you see on TV isn't necessarily what you get, and you know, I've just really enjoyed just, you know, spending a bit of time with him, whether it's, you know, having breakfast or sitting by the beach, and you know, not even necessarily talking about cricket. Yeah, I wouldn't say serious is the word for me. I'm quite a laid-back person, and I guess player as well, I would say. But yeah, I think, you know, my time here, I've spent a lot of time with Zamps. You know, we're just joking around, and we spend hours by the pool and at the beach, and you know, just chilling out, really. Just quite relaxed most of the time. So I don't think there's another sport I have the same amount of passion for. You know, I do like Aussie rules footy. I watch a bit of that, and you know, then again, like I'll watch a bit of every sport, but there's certainly no sport I feel the same as I do about cricket. I'd love to be an all formats player for Australia. I think that would be the dream, to play for Australia as one. But you know, the highest honour I feel would be to play Test cricket for Australia. So you know, that's probably the #1 dream. But then from there, like, you know, I just want to do the best I can and be the best player I can be. And you know, whether that's just domestic or for Australia, or you know, get a few more opportunities at the IPL. You know, if I do everything I can to be the best I can be, I think I'll be happy.
Wow.